Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. Now Eddie Hearn has explained that if Tyson Fury were to vacate the WBC world title in order to avoid a fight with Dillian Whyte, then what will happen is obviously Dillian Whyte will fight for a vacant title or be awarded the full heavyweight world championship in the WBC. Then Undisputed will happen between Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte, because Anthony Joshua wants to fight Tyson Fury, but he wants to fight for the WBC world title more so than that. So ultimately, if Tyson Fury vacates the WBC world title, he loses that opportunity to fight for Undisputed. So that means no matter what Tyson Fury does, he's going to have to fight Dillian Whyte. If he does not, he will be stripped. If he vacates to avoid that fight, then Anthony Joshua will fight Dillian Whyte for the WBC world title. So there seems to be no way around it for Tyson Fury. He's going to have to fight Dillian Whyte. Now, he doesn't want to fight Dillian Whyte because he wants Anthony Joshua. He wants to fight Deontay Wilder for a third time. Cap off that trilogy with another win, which I believe he will get, but then fight Anthony Joshua. He is not interested in a Dillian Whyte fight. But the thing is, Dillian Whyte is mandatory. Dillian Whyte will have to have his opportunity at the WBC world title in early 2021. So if Tyson Fury does not want to fight him, then he will have to vacate or he will be stripped. Then Dillian Whyte will go and fight Anthony Joshua for Undisputed. Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn has explained that is what will happen. Anthony Joshua does want to fight Tyson Fury, but what he wants to do more than anything is become Undisputed. That has always been the goal for Anthony Joshua, Undisputed, above anything else. He'll fight Tyson Fury. He'll probably fight Deontay Wilder, maybe down the line if that is a possibility, but ultimately the main goal is for AJ to fight for the WBC world title and become Undisputed. He wanted to fight Deontay Wilder. Wilder lost and did not want to fight AJ. Once that belt went over to Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua wanted to fight Tyson Fury. If the belt goes to Dillian Whyte, then Anthony Joshua wants to fight Dillian Whyte. So it is clear Anthony Joshua is not chasing a fight necessarily with Deontay Wilder, with Tyson Fury. He is chasing that WBC world title more than anything. Once he becomes Undisputed, then maybe if Tyson Fury isn't the one who he fights for Undisputed, he may fight Tyson Fury, but I'm guessing he will have a ton of mandatories if he has all of the belts in the heavyweight division, provided he does, because let's not count out Dillian Whyte. That is why it's so incredible at the moment. We don't just have 2 top heavyweights, we have 3, maybe 4. So it is very exciting in the heavyweight division, but these fights need to be sorted out. We do want to see Undisputed. We do want to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. But first, Dillian Whyte must have his opportunity. Dillian Whyte may win that fight. Dillian Whyte may end up with the WBC world title anyway, without even fighting Tyson Fury. That's just how crazy this sport can be. It can change overnight. So Tyson Fury is in a situation where Dillian Whyte will be his next fight after Deontay Wilder. If he does not want it, then he will have to relinquish that WBC world title. Now, is Tyson Fury scared of Dillian Whyte? No, I don't believe so. I just believe that since there has been some back and forth between the two of them, I think Tyson Fury isn't thinking, get him in the ring and teach him a lesson. I think what he is thinking is, I'm not going to give him his opportunity. If he's going to speak to me like that on social media, then I'm not giving him his opportunity. Simple as that. Because after he beat Deontay Wilder, Dillian Whyte actually walked up to Tyson Fury. It was on camera and said, will you fight Dillian Whyte if Deontay Wilder does not want the third fight? And Tyson Fury said he will fight his mandatory Dillian Whyte if Deontay Wilder does not want it. But things have changed since then. Tyson Fury no longer wants to fight Dillian Whyte because he does not believe it is a big enough fight that warrants him taking that over Anthony Joshua, in his mind anyway. But realistically what he has to do is fight Dillian Whyte, because Dillian Whyte will be his mandatory challenger. Plus Anthony Joshua has to deal with Kubrat Pulev and Alexander Usyk. If Usyk comes through Derek Chisora, he has said he will force his position as a WBO mandatory, meaning AJ will have to fight him before an Undisputed fight. So if Anthony Joshua cannot fight for Undisputed, then neither can Tyson Fury. So Fury has Wilder, Anthony Joshua has Pulev. AJ has Usyk, then Tyson Fury will have Dillian Whyte, provided they both come through those fights. Then Undisputed can happen. But before that point, Eddie Hearn has reaffirmed his position. Dillian Whyte is a priority for Tyson Fury. He will be forced as a priority to Tyson Fury. Now, obviously, there was the possibility of 2 fights of Undisputed in 2021. That was originally the plan, but then Eddie Hearn explained if Anthony Joshua is fighting in December, then he will not fight until June, July 2021. If that is not Tyson Fury, then there will not be 2 fights for Undisputed in 2021. That July date or June date will likely be Alexander Usyk, and Tyson Fury will likely fight Dillian Whyte maybe earlier than that, because the WBC have explained that his position will be forced in early 2021. So maybe April or May, Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte. Eddie Hearn also explained that if Deontay Wilder does not want that WBC opportunity in December against Tyson Fury, then why not fight his mandatory Dillian Whyte? Frank Warren said that if Tyson Fury does not fight Deontay Wilder, he will still fight in December against someone else. They'll get someone else. Then it should be Dillian Whyte. That is the only fight Tyson Fury should be taking, if not Deontay Wilder. That is the belief of Eddie Hearn. And it is Eddie Hearn's job to get Dillian Whyte his opportunity, to get his shot at Tyson Fury. And you would have to believe that if Tyson Fury does not fight Deontay Wilder in December, then it should be Dillian Whyte. Now, is Deontay Wilder going to pull out of that fight? No, I don't believe he will. I believe that Deontay Wilder will take that 3rd fight with Tyson Fury. I'd be surprised if he does not. But ultimately, if that fight doesn't happen, then it will be Dillian Whyte. So Tyson Fury has 2 options. Deontay Wilder, obviously if Wilder wants it, which he does, but Deontay Wilder or Dillian Whyte. And those are the only 2 next fights for Tyson Fury. Same as Anthony Joshua. He's fighting Kubrat Pulev, then Alexander Usyk. No other 2 fights other than those 2, because obviously Anthony Joshua has 2 mandatories, and I don't know how they will get out of Alexander Usyk if he is going to force his position, provided he comes through Derek Chisora. So that means that Anthony Joshua still has 2 fights himself. So if he has 2 fights and Tyson Fury has 2 fights, they will be ready to go at the same time, possibly November, December in 2021. Well, if Anthony Joshua is fighting in July, then it will be December. So December 2021, that is the likely date for Undisputed, because there are mandatories for Anthony Joshua, for Tyson Fury, for them to get to that point. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you believe that maybe Tyson Fury could vacate his WBC world title so he doesn't have to fight Dillian Whyte and so he can go and fight Anthony Joshua? But then, Eddie Hearn has explained, Anthony Joshua will go for the next WBC world champion because that is the fight he wants. It seems like Tyson Fury will have to fight Dillian Whyte no matter what he does if he wants to hold on to that WBC world title. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks, guys.